It's great to be able to raise my voice at this time as I mark 66 years of being around this planet. And as I reflect on a very incredible part of a historic journey for a country that I have been privileged to be part of since it was formally granted independence. I was just writing a reflection, and it is titled, I Watched Them Steal My Life. And I Watched Them Steal My Life is the truth of waking up to promise, a country of promise, and watching that promise wasted by some people, compatriots. Some of them meaning well, and some of them just driven by obsessive self-love. Bottom line is that they wasted my life. And it's a damn pitiable thing that my life has been wasted. You know, when I was born, there was a huge struggle for independence. Shortly after that, Nigeria became an independent nation. I saw the early years. I tell stories that people still find incredible to believe, sort of. As a 9-year-old, unaccompanied, I got on a train in a place called Guzo in today's Zamfara state, where you have all the killings going on. And I traveled to Kaduna, changed trains, got on another train. Kaduna was a junction city. You know, trains coming from Jos came to Kaduna, and then you change trains. And I changed trains. I got on a train going to Enugu. Got to Enugu, got off a train, got on a bus, and went to Onitsha, and returned to Guzo as a 9-year-old unaccompanied. Today, if a 24-year-old is going to do NYSC in Abuja from Lagos, his mother gets on the plane with him, gets him into a place of residence, and then with her heart literally in her hands, returns to Lagos. How did we fall so low? And you can explain some of how we fell so low. Look, why did he steal my life? The first major robbery that I can think of was my 18th birthday. I was at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka. In the years before that, there had been student demonstrations following the killing in Ibadan 2 years earlier, by the police of a student called Kunle Adigbeju. Student demonstration, police, stray bullet, whatever it is, kills this young man. And I was at Loyola College in Ibadan, going to school, had older brothers, older friends who were in UI. So I knew the UI terrain very well, and the Adigbeju killing stirred something in me. And so, late 1973, every university, and that time there were 5 primarily universities in Nigeria, more or less 6. University of Benin was still in transition from Midwest Institute of Technology to university. So the other universities were shut down, except the University of Nigeria, because they were demonstrating against the Adigbeju thing. And I felt something was wrong, that we in Nsukka were going to school. And I could understand the reason. Many people at the University of Nigeria in those days had lost 3 years during the Civil War. They were themselves bitter about how others did not respond to their own plight in Nigerian universities and stuff like that. But I couldn't deal with an understanding of a shared humanity that was not more universal. I frequently talk about how I came to understand citizenship. And I talk about the old Greek categorization of human beings. At the lowest level of humanity are people who think just of themselves. And the Greeks call those people idiots. When they make progress, they arrive at the second level. These are people who think of only people who are related to them, either by blood, language, some primordial kind of thing. And these people they call tribesmen, tribalists. The completeness of humanity is in citizenship, in shared values, where the death of another man diminishes you, no matter where, because of that shared humanity. And so, approaching the problems of that moment from that perspective, I was not going to accept becoming a tribalist rather than a citizen. And I thought something was wrong. And so I began to gather groups of, an interesting thing was, in my early days at UNN, many people actually thought I was a Yoruba boy because a good part of my friends were Yoruba boys. Of course, I came from high school in the West and all of that. And I began to try to organize some of them that we must do something about this. But I was also acutely sensitive to the fact that if a group of Yoruba boys and this Igbo boy come out, this Igbo boy who is confused for Yoruba boy anyway, it will not make sense. So we started trying to find Igbo boys who could think like us. So we found a couple of them. Unfortunately, they were a couple of Ajabota boys. We began to meet in my room about what we should do about this. Then we found that another older student, very well known for his politics at the time, was trying to do a similar thing. His name was Bassi Epo Bassi, the legendary Bassi Epo Bassi. And so we merged with him. And we became the Student Democratic Society. And on the night of the 5th of, we had been meeting every day for some time to plan demonstrations. On the night of the 5th of February, we met long till about midnight. And then went back to our rooms. By 5 a.m., we were all out wearing black, and all of that. And began to parade and to go around the campus. And some people will wake up from their sleep and look out and see us and say, "Hey, Umweua, go and sleep, useless boys." And anyway, cut a long story short, we were going to go to the gate, make sure that the world heard our voice, that look, in the University of Nigeria, there are students in solidarity with all the other students in Nigeria. But somewhere along the line, a certain student who was generally referred to as a professional, Nigeria's first professional undergraduate, I think by some calculations, that was his 13th year in the university. He had been in Ibadan, been in ABU, he was in Nsukka, and he was called Chairman P. Pinnick. Saw us demonstrating and quickly put on his clothes and rushed and joined us. Yeah. So as we were heading towards the gate, he diverted us to the Vice Chancellor's house. So in front of the Vice Chancellor's house, cut a very long story short, Vice Chancellor granted us permission to have a student rally and all of that. And he, Pinnick, was giving a speech during the student rally, which is around 8 p.m. in Margaret Ekpo Hall or cafeteria, whatever we choose to call it. And he said, "Today, the 6th of February, 1974, will be remembered as a day when those who were physically demobilized after the Civil War were finally mentally demobilized. Everybody, way!" And I stopped. I said, "Oh my God, it's my birthday." I had forgotten my 18th birthday. So that's one of the first things they stole from me, my 18th birthday.